Welcome, seeker of inner strength and peace, to the Stoic core, where the eternal wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and more, meets the real challenges of modern life. Today, we dive into one of the greatest trials you will face, dealing with toxic people. They appear without warning, an unsolicited comment, a cutting glare, a storm of passive aggression, and in that instant, your peace is under siege. But what if I told you that, like the Stoics before us, we possess the tools to remain calm in chaos, still in the storm, and strong when faced with hostility? This is not about suppression. It's not about being cold. It's about learning to rise above negativity with quiet power and sharp awareness. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, when another blames you or hates you, go to their soul. See what sort of person they are. You'll realize they don't hold the power to disturb your inner peace unless you hand it to them. So today, together, we journey through 8 Stoic strategies for mastering your response to toxic people. Each one is a blade forged in fire, a shield built from discipline, and a compass that leads you inward, to where true control lies. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Self-Awareness. You've likely met someone who just knows how to push every one of your buttons. They speak, they move, they act, and something within you rises to meet their chaos. We label them toxic. And rightly so. But what if their power only exists because we've given them the keys to our inner world? Enter self-awareness. It is your first and most important line of defense. It's knowing where your boundaries lie, knowing which emotions stir you, and knowing why certain words land heavier than others. Like an experienced fencer, the wise do not strike at every swing, they sidestep. They observe. They preserve. Marcus Aurelius wrote not to escape the world, but to stand within it unmoved. That is the aim. Self-awareness is your spiritual stance. When someone lashes out, you no longer meet their fire with fire. You breathe. You pause. You sidestep emotionally. You let them exhaust themselves while you remain untouched. And yes, it is a daily discipline. Like tying your shoes, it feels tedious at first. But over time, it becomes second nature. You will begin to ask yourself not, why are they doing this to me, but why does this bother me? What part of me is still unguarded? This path is not paved with ease. The temptation to retaliate, to clap back, to restore balance through rage, that will arise. But it is fleeting. It is hollow. And it betrays your higher self. Each time you respond instead of react, you build your fortress. Not of ego, but of grounded, stoic calm. You do not pretend the chaos isn't there. You simply no longer allow it to rule you. That is self-awareness. The beginning of freedom. Chapter 2. Forgiveness and the wisdom of memory. Look upward, beyond the pettiness, beyond the pain. What do you see? Stars. Even in the darkest sky, they shine. The people who truly matter in your life are like these stars, beacons of warmth, light, and direction. But what about the black holes? The ones who pull at you, drain you, rob you of peace? This is where the Stoic practices of forgiveness and memory become essential. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength. It is letting go, not to let them off the hook, but to unhook yourself from their darkness. Forgiveness is fuel. Memory is the compass. You are a traveler navigating through human constellations. Not every soul you meet will be bright. Some will be dense with negativity. But that does not mean you must crash into them. You are a conscious navigator. Use the memory of past wounds not to relive the pain, but to learn the signs, to mark the dangerous stars on your map. Marcus Aurelius forgave not because he excused evil, but because he refused to carry it. So ask yourself, who in your orbit drains you? Who dims your light? And are you ready to forgive, not for them, but so that you may rise? Forgiveness elevates. Memory protects. Together, they allow you to journey through the galaxies of human connection with grace, not bitterness. Chapter 3. The power of emotional stability. You are walking through a fog, thick, consuming, and unclear. This is what it feels like to be around toxic people. Each step forward feels uncertain. The air is heavy. The way ahead, hidden. Now imagine someone beside you. They walk with clarity. They are calm, composed. The fog doesn't seem to touch them. That person is not lucky. They are trained, disciplined, rooted. This is emotional stability. And it is forged through Stoic discipline. To remain composed in chaos is not denial. It is strength. A strength built from understanding that the only thing truly in your control is your response. Toxic people will test you. They want you off-center. They want your reaction. But a Stoic does not offer that luxury. You do not get pulled into the storm. You become the eye of it. This is not about becoming emotionless. It is about becoming unshakable. You breathe deeper. You think clearer. You speak slower. You become a mountain, while the wind howls around you. Each moment of toxic exposure becomes a training ground. You do not merely survive it. You use it. You sharpen your peace like a blade. The ancient Stoics were masters of the mind, not by shutting the world out, but by deciding who and what deserved entrance. They did not waste time wrestling with fools. They did not spill energy in defense of their peace. They set boundaries, quietly, firmly, and with unwavering certainty. You owe it to yourself to say, this is where my peace begins. And this is where your chaos ends. That is Stoicism in practice. And that is the root of powerful boundaries. Chapter 5. Mastering energy intelligence. Some people walk into a room, and the air feels heavier. Not because they speak loudly or act out, but because their energy is unbalanced. Their presence rattles something inside you. It disrupts the frequency of your calm. This is not mystical. This is real. And in Stoicism, we name it with clarity, energy intelligence. Just like a seasoned warrior doesn't pick every battle, the Stoic doesn't pick up every energy offered to them. You are not obligated to carry someone else's negativity. You are not responsible for healing the bitterness in others. What you are responsible for is your own emotional space. Picture your inner peace as a walled city. The energy you allow in shapes your reality. If you let in storms, your foundation will shake. But if you stand firm, measured, composed, intentional, you become like the oak tree rooted deep, bending with the wind but never breaking. Now here's the key, energy intelligence is not about avoiding people. It's about choosing your response to their presence. You can sit in silence, choose detachment, respond with kindness, or not respond at all. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to test the strength of your shelter. So ask yourself, who are you letting in? Who are you engaging with emotionally? And is that exchange building your peace, or draining it? You have the power to walk away. You have the right to say no. And you have the responsibility to protect your energy like it is sacred, because it is. This is not weakness. This is mastery. Chapter 6. Anchoring in your goals. You have a vision. Maybe it's a business. A new skill. A body transformation. A deeper self. Whatever it is, it glows in the distance like a North Star. But then come the voices, the critics, the doubters, the cynics. Not strangers. Sometimes, they're the people closest to you. They laugh. They mock. They plant seeds of doubt. And if you're not anchored, you drift. But the Stoics teach us, focus on what's within your control. And your commitment to your goals. That's 100% yours. Let's take an example. Jordan wanted to build an online business. But what met him wasn't applause. It was skepticism, doubt, pity. Still, he pressed on. One step at a time. He didn't argue. He didn't defend himself. He built. He grew. And slowly, his silence became louder than their noise. This is the essence of Stoicism. You do not owe the world an explanation for your vision. Your path doesn't need validation. It needs action. Let the doubters talk. Let the cynics mock. Let them sip their coffee and whisper. You are too busy building. Each moment spent defending your dream is a moment stolen from creating it. Wear your focus like a cloak. Let distractions slide off your shoulders. Like a raincoat in a storm, Stoicism doesn't stop the criticism, it stops it from soaking in. So stay focused. Stay grounded. Let the dream speak louder than the doubters ever could. Let your execution be your response. Your goals are sacred. Protect them from noise. Chapter 7. The strength of seeking support. There is a myth that to be stoic is to be alone. To walk the path without companions. To suffer in silence. This is false. Marcus Aurelius had his mentors. Seneca wrote letters of reflection. Epictetus taught through community. True Stoicism isn't isolation, it's discernment. It's knowing who to lean on and when. When you're facing toxic energy, you will be tested. Your patience will wear thin. Your composure will crack. In those moments, don't hesitate to seek support, not as weakness, but as wisdom. Think of it like this: one candle may light a room. But many candles, they shine brighter. Support doesn't mean you're giving your power away. It means you're refueling it. A trusted friend. A mentor. A therapist. A journal. These are lifelines. They don't fight your battles, they remind you of your weapons. They don't remove the toxic person, they remove the fog around your clarity. Reaching out doesn't make you less stoic. It makes you more human. So ask yourself, have you been trying to handle everything alone? Are you drowning in silence when a single word could pull you back to the surface? You are not alone. You never were. And the moment you reach out with clarity, with self-awareness, with intention, you reclaim control. Let others hold the torch for a while. You'll carry it again, stronger than before. Chapter 8. Mastering self-talk in the face of negativity. You are walking through the crowd. Someone throws a sharp word your way. A jab. A dismissive laugh. An eye roll. You hear it. You feel it. But long after the moment ends, the echo remains. And it begins, your inner dialogue. You begin repeating what they said. You question yourself. You spiral. This is where Stoicism meets its most private battleground, your self-talk. If your mind is a garden, your self-talk is the water. Do you nourish weeds of doubt? Or do you water seeds of resilience? You cannot always walk away from toxic people. But you can always guard the conversation happening within. Do not say, why do I have to deal with this? Say, what strength can I build through this? Do not say, they're right, I'm not enough. Say, their words reflect them, not me. This isn't semantics. This is warfare. Mental warfare. And every word you speak inwardly becomes either armor, or a wound. Here's another tool, detachment. Not coldness. Not indifference. Just the ability to look at a harsh comment and say, that's not mine to carry. Picture toxic words as arrows. If your self-worth is a steel shield, those arrows bounce off. They still fly. You still hear them. but they do not pierce. You are not weak for feeling pain. You are strong for choosing what to do with it. Guard your mind like a sacred temple. Refuse to let others graffiti your walls with their projections. Refuse to let the voice in your head become your enemy. You are your own greatest ally, or your most dangerous saboteur. Speak like a warrior. Think like a sage. And, closing chapter. The Stoic conclusion. You have now walked the path of 11 Stoic strategies, not merely to manage toxic people, but to transform your response to them, with honor, discipline, and inner fire. You have learned the quiet strength of self-awareness, the soaring release of forgiveness, and the grounded force of emotional stability. You have stood tall behind boundaries, mastered your energy, fixed your gaze on your goals, and discovered the hidden power of support. You have reshaped the language of your inner voice, approached chaos with a solution-oriented mind, stood down from pointless arguments, and seen through the masks of false cordiality. And now, you stand at the gates of your own peace. Do not expect the world to get quieter. It will not. Do not expect toxic people to vanish. They will not. But you are different now. You are not just a person walking through life. You are a Stoic. You are the guardian of your thoughts. The architect of your emotions. The master of your reactions. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength now lives within you. So as you return to the world, remember this: toxic people are not obstacles. They are invitations. Invitations to grow, to rise, to respond with wisdom rather than rage. They reveal not who they are, but who you choose to be. Let your presence be like still water, reflective, undisturbed, and profound. Let your mind be your fortress, and your heart your compass. And now, warrior of inner peace, if this message spoke to something within you, a stillness, a clarity, a truth, then take a moment to do what Stoics have always done: share the wisdom. Like this video to affirm your strength. Comment below to join our Stoic circle. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Stoic Core, where discipline becomes destiny, and peace is our practice. Until next time, walk with calm, lead with purpose, and never forget, you were not born to be shaken. You were born to be still. This is the Stoic Core. And this is just the beginning.